Ruben Hurricane Carter, the professional medium-weight boxer, was wrongfully convicted of murder in the 60s, but the same false allegations turned Jon Artis' life upside down. I want to hear his story.
Can you tell everybody who is Jon Artis?
I'm an American.
Yes.
I was born in Virginia.
Was it Portsmouth?
Portsmouth, Virginia, yes.
Portsmouth, Virginia. He's a
I was born into segregation. And my family was part of the mass migration that left the United States, the southern state of Virginia,
right,
in the 1950s, and we migrated to New Jersey in the north.
What did you want to be when you're from high school?
Oh, well,
what was your job that you wanted to do?
Oh, my dream, my goal and aspiration was first to find a way to get to college, because my parents couldn't afford to send me to college. So my talents and skills helped me to earn a scholarship to Colorado State University for track, a full
scholarship.
Full scholarship.
Okay, so what happened to you? What happened now? What happened to Jon Artis that you did not get to go to do your full? Can you tell us?
Well, initially, 1 month after I graduated from high school, my mother passed away. So that just left me and my dad.
Right.
So I didn't want to go right off to school with that tragedy having hit our family. So I stayed home with my father for 2 years. And when I was preparing to go to school, after we had really adjusted to the fact that my mother was no longer with us, I was hanging out, so to speak.
Hanging out?
Hanging out.
Hanging out.
You know,
okay.
I love to dance.
Woo! You must be swift on those.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And being a hurdler, I was very flexible. So, and I had met Ruben Hurricane Carter about 2 weeks before, at a friend's house, because he knew the same family. Okay. But I didn't know him and he didn't know me. It was just a brief introduction. So I met him, but that was it. And then I saw him on this particular night, June 17th, 1966.
Okay.
I hailed him and I asked him, hey, look, can I get a ride up to a very notable black club, which was the Night Spot? He said, sure. So I got in the car and we went there.
You got in the car with Ruben Hurricane Carter that night?
To go to the Night Spot.
To go to the Night Spot.
Yeah, so when we get to the Night Spot, he went in, I went in, and I went into the back room where that's where the band was, so that I could dance and have my fun. Mm-hmm. And then there was a call, you know, as in most bars or taverns, last call alcohol. So it's time to go home now.
Right.
So when on the way out, I see Ruben preparing to leave, and I said, hey, can I get a ride home? He says, sure, but if I'm going to take you home, you're going to have to drive.
You're going to have to drive the car?
Yeah. I said, well, sure. He says, you got a license? I said, sure. En route to taking myself home, another guy asked for a ride, and he said, yeah, you can ride with us, but first I have to go home. So I said, I don't know where you live. So he gave me directions, and en route to his home, we were stopped by the police.
You were stopped by the police?
We were stopped by the police.
And what happened?
I wasn't speeding or anything of that nature, and when they walked up to the car with their guns drawn and looked into the car, they asked for my license and registrations. License I had, registration I turned to Ruben, and he says it's on the steering column. So I took it off and gave it to him. That's when the officer looked in and saw him. And his statement was, hey, champ, I didn't know it was you. You know, and Ruben said, yeah. He said, well, why did you stop us? He says, well, we're looking for a white car with 2 Negroes in them. Well, any 2 will do, but there were 3 of us in the car. They're looking for 2, there are 3 of us
There's
in the car.
There's 3 in the car, and they're looking for 2.
They're looking for 2. So he gave me back my license. I went to Ruben's home. He went in for a short period of time. He came out. I drove this other guy to where he lived, and then I was taking myself home, and we were stopped again 1 block from where I lived by the same police officer. But only this time he called for backup.
Right.
And when the other police got there, he didn't bother to tell them that he had already stopped us once before.
Right.
And there were 3 people in the car. And at that juncture, they took us in their police caravan to the scene of where someone had gone in and shot 4 people, killing 2 immediately, wounding 2 others, and 1 being a female, and she died 1 month later. We were there about 15 minutes, and they took us to the hospital. to the emergency room where one of the...
And how old were you then?
I was 19.
19 years old.
Yeah, I was 19.
19, you're about to get your scholarship, you're about to go to school, you're about to do everything and go to state college, and this happens to you.
Right. They made us walk up to the gurney of this gentleman who had been shot in the head and asked
And
them,
they asked him.
yeah, are these the two men that shot you? And he shook his head. And
He said no. But they didn't care.
No.
You were convicted on your birthday.
I was arrested the day before my 20th birthday. I was booked with 3 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of atrocious assault and battery with intent to kill on my birthday.
Did your family come look like you must have been real mad? You must have been like...
I was scared to death. I was scared to death because I'd never been in trouble with the police or anything prior to that time.
So what they were just trying to do, get the case over with?
No, well, they were in a rush to do that, but they wanted to solve the case because it was allegedly it was the most heinous crime in the city of Patterson at that time. You know, they didn't care who happened to be with him, and I just happened to be a young kid that was with him.
You went to jail for 15 years.
Yeah, 5,478 days, 180 months, 780 weeks.
That's a lot of time for nothing.
Wow. 15 years for doing nothing.
Nothing. And I'm fortunate that I'm sitting here with you today because they sought the death penalty when I went to trial.
If that happened to you at 20 years old, put yourself in your position. 20 years old, you get arrested, you're going to college, you're in state, everything is happening to you.
No record.
And no record, nothing, and you're in jail for 15 years just for going and driving somebody home.
Exactly, and they're pretty much that.
And getting in a car with these stars, or everybody's so excited, oh gosh, I'm going to be profiling, I'm going with this person, and you go to jail.
Right, but the police were trying to get me to lie.
They wanted you to lie.
And say that Ruben committed the crimes and that I either knew about it or I was there, and if I were to say that, then they would let me go. And I told them that
you weren't going to do that. That's a lie. You couldn't do that.
I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. I said, well, you know, we're going to be seeking the death penalty. I had a state trooper
seeking the death penalty.
Yeah, a state trooper. We took a polygraph test after I had been questioned for 17 nonstop hours, and the state trooper said, if I find anything in this test that indicates that you had anything to do with this crime, I'm going to see to it that you get the electric chair.
So how did you get out?
Well, I got out because I served 15 years. And during the 70s in Rahway State Prison, there was a riot.
There was a riot now?
Yeah, in the prison. And the guys had taken hostages, which were the guards.
What happened that you came out? Because you're here today to tell this story. Well,
I saved their lives. They were taking a vote whether or not to kill them and let them go. And I decided that day was not a good day to die, so I let these guards go.
And you brought them out?
I brought them out.
When they had all the artillery, everything was about to blow up the prison, you took upon yourself to brought these 3 men out that were guards that were going to kill.
Yes.
So what happened after that?
The Department of Corrections, they did everything they could except give me a key to the front door. So I was able to go to college from prison. They took me from maximum security and put me in an honor camp.
So he saved 3 lives, and to thank him, they kept him in jail. If he found the cure for cancer, would they give him a better meal plan? How did he turn this experience into a positive?
You got out because you rescued 3 security inmates, and you came out.
Right.
And because you did that, they let you go to school, they let you finish, and they let you come out, and you're here.
Yes.
So now you're helping youth get their GED, go to school. You're doing that now today, but look how God worked that out. Look how God worked that out. Look at how God worked that out for you.
I'm telling you, I'm
blessed. You just, like for you just to even be in a situation, and now you're talking to youth, get your GED.
As my parents always told me, pick your friends carefully. You know.
I guess you don't take no rides with nobody home now.
No.
I would take one ride. I would say, no, I'll take a taxi. You know what I mean? You're just, Jon Artis, you're just extraordinary that you could even get up and tell everybody this story because it's a hard thing. you know, this is just crazy.
Well, I try to keep it real. I mean, a lot of kids know what real is, but there's no glory in being a gangster. In this lifetime, we only get a certain amount of days to be on this earth. And to lose any part of your freedom and such just to be impress people or you know, to commit crimes, the system is geared to extract your life from you.
But I do want to thank you, Jon Artis, you know, just for coming and sharing your story.
Oh, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
You know, and I just really want to, you know, and people, if they didn't see it, they just tuned in and they're just listening, you know, just watch this. This is just remarkable.
Yeah, watch the hurricane.
Watch the hurricane. Watch the hurricane and all the documentaries. But anyways, I want to thank you for coming today. And everybody, I thank everybody for tuning in for Real Life Matters TV. So bye for now.